Fists of anger, 3 minutes. If you're new to this exercise, you can start with a shorter time. That's perfectly fine, and build up to the 3 minutes, and you can also build longer than the 3 minutes if you really want to use it to catalyze your overall relationship with anger in your body. So different ways to use this Kundalini Kriya called Fists of Anger. You can really magnify, empower, and consolidate your practice by tuning in with the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo before you begin, if you don't have to. So we're going to start by putting the thumbs on the pinky mound. It's called the Mercury mound. The pinky is the Mercury finger and works with communication. So we curl the other 4 fingers over that, and the thumb is the positive ego. So resolving the ego with our communication. And then we wrap the other fingers around that. So we're going to be breathing. You can relax your hands to where we're going to be breathing through an O-shaped mouth, in and out through the mouth without billowing the cheeks out. Notice the navel pumps like this. It's like an open mouth breath of fire, if you know breath of fire. So focusing on the out breath, the in breath comes in automatically for you. And if it can be too much for you, you can slow it down and do some long deep breathing. And if you are on your cycle or pregnant, then you want to be much more gentle with your breath. And you can still get some effects of this. Just be cautious with your breath. So Fists of Anger is a wonderful thing to do when you need to clear your hairline, moon center, when it's also good for clearing your mind, setting the right and left hemispheres, noticing how the hands will be moving up and over the head like that. So you want to keep your shoulders really nice and relaxed, and if your shoulders are feeling stiff, you can warm them up beforehand. Shift them out a little bit. So when you're doing this for 3 minutes, the eyes can be closed and then focused up and in at the third eye point. So you feel a touch of tension in your eye, in your optical nerve. Okay, so you want to find a really comfortable seated position. You can be on the floor in a cushion, you can be in a chair. If you're in a chair, make sure your feet are planted firmly, and you can sit back on your sits bones a little bit. So most of the time we sit forward a little bit because we sit often in our culture, and then sitting back gets us to feel more rooted. So when you actually sink into your sits bones a little bit more, even by moving backwards a half inch or an inch, you feel more rooted, and your spine comes up directly from the floor. So you're not going to put any extra stress on your upper or lower back, and it's a much more comfortable posture. It keeps you rooted, keeps energy moving up and down the spine properly. And it can also help us just to gently pull up naturally on the pelvic floor, which keeps our energy cycling. So noticing as you sit back too that the navel gently engages, and as we're breathing, the navel engages more powerfully. So here we go. It's the breath. Thumbs are on the Mercury mound at the base of the pinky finger, and the fingers are curled around it. We're going to start the time, eyes closed, up and into the third eye point. We're going to bring the arms up and over the head as we breathe with it. And you can do long deep breathing if you must. So breathe with it, not too fast, with the rhythm that you're choosing, going at your own pace. It can be strong and slow, it can be more frenzied and fast, and it can not necessarily be the same exact speed throughout. And you can also catch your flow, notice what you're speeding, and just kind of focus on that and go all in. We can inhale, or we can think of Sat and Nam as we're breathing. Continuing, just keep going, allowing all the rest of everything that came in with you and all the other thoughts and energy just to drop to the side for a moment while you fully invest in this few minutes of movement, breath, practice, and focus. And it's going to entirely shift your energy if you allow it to take effect by giving yourself over to it. We're halfway there, keep going. So you want to keep your chin tucked in and the back of your neck nice and long as you do this, so your spine can remain straight. Don't let your head bounce around. You can rest if you need and come back to it. This has a great effect on your nervous system as the vagus nerve runs across the middle of the lips. The vagus nerve runs from the brain all the way down through the digestive system. So vagal tone has a lot to do with how we respond and react to life in general, how we can take what's coming in life in stride and see it more positively, or if it's constantly inspiring our fight or flight reaction. So this is working on your vagal tone, your vagus nerve, balancing and fortifying your whole nervous system. Keep going, almost there, 10 seconds. And inhale, stretch your arms all the way up, spread your fingers out, reach towards the sky, suspend your breath. Consolidate that. You can pull up gently on the root, rectum, sixth organ, navel, if you're not pregnant or cycling. You can just relax here and exhale, bring your arms down. Place your hands either palms down on your knees to ground. Great for grounding anger or for rooting up into your higher wisdom. Thumb and index fingers together. This is Gyan Mudra. And this is wisdom, Jupiter. Let your breathing return to normal. Let your eyes remain closed. And simply be that which is noticing yourself and not judging it. Tucking your chin in just a little. And back into your sits bone.